Good morning. Welcome to our soulful Sunday. Today be very beautiful, very deep, very lovely, made add a lot of value to us and our being and made resonate in a higher frequency. Today we are also going to be seeing each other for Unified at 7 for those of us who are interested. But anyways, today is all about this morning session. So let's add power to our dreams. Let's go with our programming. All right. More power to us, more power to our dreams. And let's start our morning with Luke's guidance. And today he's going to be talking to all of us about dry fasting, because yesterday he spoke to us about intermittent fasting. So many of us are aware of the science and many of us are new to the science. So all we have to do is just understand that this is what it is. Let's understand the science of dry fasting. Dry fasting means intentional abstinence from food and water for a particular time frame, which could be 12 hours, 16 hours, 24 hours, or even up to 36 hours, depending upon the individual's comfort level. So आप रात को जब सोते हैं, usually जब आप 8 घंटे की नींद लेते हैं, तो you don't wake up for water breaks. If you do, it's different. So 8 hours any which ways आप लोग कर ही रहे हैं. The idea is extending it a bit and seeing that are you really thirsty or are you having out of habit? It's a level above intermittent fasting in terms of benefits. In fact, 3 days of intermittent fasting is considered to be equal to 1 day of dry fasting. This means the healing and detoxification process is much quicker in dry fasting as compared to intermittent fasting. So, अब winters भी आ रही हैं, you will not be as thirsty and as hungry. So maybe it's the time to try this now. And during dry fasting, it's normal to lose weight, but one shouldn't use it as a tool to drop weight. It should be used as discipline that helps boost immunity, heals in diseases, infections, improves overall health. There are innumerable health benefits of dry fasting. And while intermittent fasting may bring about the same results, there are even more pronounced in the case of the former. Some benefits of dry fasting are detoxification. Now, during dry fasting, your body switches to detoxification paths and becomes a waste burning machine. Read this very clearly. अपने आप because body में ना पानी जा रहा है digest करने के लिए ना खाना जा रहा है, सारी एनर्जी जो पूरी ऊर्जा होती है बॉडी की वो डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन में जा रही है. सारा जो वेस्ट है अंदर उसको बर्न करने में जा रहा है. The cells behave as powerful incinerators and toxins are burned inside each and every cell. This way, our body gets rid of the sickest cells and cellular waste. So I know it's too much to say, but if we can get in the habit of one fast a week, one dry fast a week, you can't imagine what's going to happen. I'm taking it up on me to do it this week onwards. I'm going to schedule it so that it can become a habit. That every day of that day in that month, I know I'm going to be having fasting every week. Now let's go for the increased immunity. Kaise increase hoti immunity? The logic behind the healing power of dry fasting is that since our bodies do not receive food or water, the load of the digestive system reduces dramatically. Hence, most of the energy is directed towards regeneration, including the immune system. Therefore, the immune system can operate with greater efficiency because of all the saved energy. So again, very clear to understand कि जब आपका ऊर्जा डिटॉक्स करेगी उसके बाद रीजनरेट भी तो करेगी. कितने सेल्स डेड हो जाते हैं उनको अच्छी तरह से रीजनरेट करेगी क्योंकि हेल्दी सेल्स. हेल्दी सेल्स आएंगे तो इम्यूनिटी भी आएगी. Number 3, reducing inflammation and infections. Pathological bacteria and microbes love wet surfaces. Thus, inflammation often occurs in the presence of water. Where there is no water, there is no inflammation. A wet environment is ideal for the proliferation of pathological bacteria, viruses, and worms. Since dry fasting means going without food and water, a marked improvement is seen in the inflammatory markers such as CRP, which is a C-reactive protein, and ESR, which is erythrocyte sedimentation rates. Now, understand one thing very clearly. जब कभी चिकनाहट होती है या जब कभी काई कैसे जमती है, it's on something wet, right? हमारे अंदर भी अगर पानी नहीं होगा, so this will completely die. Let's go for the next page, sir. I'm waiting. So now all our inflammatory gut issues are improving as dry fasting is cleaning the GI, the gastrointestinal tract, and renewing its mucosal lining. A mucosal lining is pretty much hampered with the toxins in our food that we're eating, and usually because of processed food. अब जब ड्राई फास्टिंग होगी बाद में बॉडी में पानी भी नहीं है, खाना भी नहीं है, so body अपनी ऊर्जा यूज करेगी, right? And that is when it's going to be absolutely a new birth for your many parts of the body. Extended and recurrent episode of dry fasting has also been known to help people battle yeast and bacterial infections such as Candida albicans, vaginal infections, UTIs, parasitic infections. It's fantastic and natural way to cure common cold if practiced immediately after the first symptoms emerge. अगर आपकी कोई yeast infection है, कुछ है, करके देखो. I have done dry fasting for 3 days and I felt like a new person. And बिल्कुल भी वो नहीं आया, dryness भी नहीं आया. You know why? Because हमारा mouth भी saliva create करता है on its own. So it's not like you go thirsty. It's just about conditioning of the mind. But yes, I was home those 3 days. I did not really go out too much 3 days. So that's more something, and I did that last year. So yeah, this year it's due. So I think before the year ends, we'll do it. During the now, what happens with it? How does it heal cancer? How does it heal tumors? And how does it heal cysts? During dry fasting, the body can go into a state called autophagy, which is when the body tries to sacrifice its sickest cells. Only the healthiest of all cells survive extreme conditions, while cysts, tumors, fibroids, ganglions, and other unhealthy cells develop a process called autolysis, which this is of great value in healing certain cancers and benign tumors. Fasting reduces the enzyme PKA, which is protein kinase, which increases tumor and cancer growth. Now, this is something I had done, tried, and tested, and it's really, 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 really amazing. आपका जो cancer cells हैं, they thrive on food, they thrive on sugar, they thrive on everything. अगर body में कुछ होगा ही नहीं, what will they do? अगर आपने breath भी बंद कर ली, like the लोम विलोम करते हैं, अगर उसमें आपने यहाँ भी conditioning करके breath बंद कर ली, जब there is, and अगर आपने 3 तरीके से block कर लिया with your rectum going in, your stomach going in, and your this area going in, this is closed, your sickest cells will start dying there also. जितना लंबा pull कर पाओगे, they will not get breath. They will die. So if you want to get healthy and you have these sick cells in your body, learn to try to adopt, and learn in fasting. Number 5, maintaining hormonal balance. Fasting resets hormonal balance, and thus we see a reversal in case of thyroid, diabetes, PCOS. Study after study also helps to prove that fasting is a great stimulus for the secretion of the human growth hormone. Human growth hormone, known as HGH, is crucial in maintenance of lean mass, both muscle and both bone. This is why one doesn't notice a lot of loss of muscle mass during dry fasting. In fact, the body appears leaner and much more toned during the process. So again, जिन लोग के जो भी lifestyle diseases है, PCOS, diabetes, thyroid, सारा वही है. आप करके देखो, you will realize that you're feeling so much more energetic and you're feeling so much more better. Now, stimulating the vagus nerve. हमारे अंदर एक cranial nerve है जिसको बोलते हैं vagus nerve. It's like, it's a center, nadi of our body. Our 10th cranial nerve is called the vagus nerve. It is one of the longest parasympathetic state of rest and digest nerves that travels from the brainstem and splits into numerous branches like the esophagus, voice box, ears, lungs, heart, kidneys, abdomen, thereby connecting the mind and the body as a whole. सबसे important है ये हमारी vagus nerve. It performs command and control involuntary functions in the human body and facilitates a number of functions related to digestion, insulin, stress, inflammation, fibromyalgia, depression, anxiety, addiction, stimulants. Addiction होता है stimulants से cigarettes की होती है, alcohol की होती है, खाने की होती है, whatever. Weight gain होता है, tinnitus होता है, autism होता है, cancer, multiple sclerosis होता है, and many more conditions. इन सबको help करेगा अगर आप you are going to be doing dry fasting. Now, this vagus nerve has so many functions. अब dry fasting कैसे help करती है? Indirectly बहुत functions में help करेगी, especially digestion में. हमारे body का gut area controls the entire the health of the body. Gut healthy है तो हम healthy हैं. अगर gut में कचरा भरा हुआ तो हमारी body में weight भी होगा, बीमारियां भी होंगी. Now, vagus nerve manages the digestive tract, contracting the stomach and intestinal muscles to help digest food and send information about it. क्या digest हो रहा है, क्या nutrients मिल रहे हैं हमें. Now it helps in regulating the secretion of stomach acids, जो बहुत important है in killing toxins, pathogens, germs and bacteria, जो हम ingest करते हैं खाना खाते या पानी पीते हुए. सब चीजों में bacteria है, good bacteria, bad bacteria, but what is bad is flushed out, good will be digested. Now, the right amount of stomach acid also helps in digestion of proteins and in preventing issues like bloating, indigestion, flatulence. 99% acidity क्यों होती है बॉडी में? पानी एसिडिटी वाला है, आरओ पानी पी रहे हैं हम, खाने में एसिडिटी है. अब बॉडी में एसिड तो बनेगा ही खाना ब्रेक करने के लिए, लेकिन जब ऑलरेडी आपने एसिड डाला हुआ है तो खाना ब्रेक हो रहा है और एसिड डाला हुआ है तो बॉडी एसिडिक है. अब बॉडी एसिडिक है तो ऑब्वियसली वेट तो कम होगा ही नहीं बिकॉज बॉडी एसिडिक है. अब हमें क्या करना है, इसको बॉडी को अल्कलाइन बनाना है. अल्कलाइन बनाने के लिए हमने क्या क्या पढ़ा था कि नींबू भी पी लेना है या इन्फ्यूज भी कर लेना है वाटर को. सिंपल स्टेप्स तो करें हम एटलीस्ट. एंड जिन लोगों की बॉडी में कॉन्स्टिपेशन है, हम त्रिफला का यूज भी देखा था. सो एटलीस्ट लेट्स वर्क ऑन इट. Dry fasting itself is not a cure, but it provides the right conditions for the body to activate all of its own healing powers. हमारी बॉडी अपने आप सेल्फ हील करती है. रात को सुबह उठते हैं कीड़ आती है, दांतों में प्लाक सा फील होता है या यूरिन आता है. दिस इज ऑल हीलिंग पावर ऑफ आवर बॉडी. कभी जुकाम अगर आया आपको, देख लीजिएगा, अब तो विंटर्स आ रही है, यू मे हैव इट, यू मे नॉट हैव इट. 5 days का जुकाम का साइकिल होगा. अगर आप दवाई लेंगे तो आप बॉडी में इतना स्क्रू अप कर रहे हैं कि अंदर वो दवाइयां जाएंगी नहीं. 5 days नेचुरल हीलिंग करिए, बॉडी की हीलिंग पावर को आवाहन करिए, एंड यू सी द मैजिक. It does have some limitations. In case of cancer, mental illness, kidney and liver diseases, certain cases of diabetes and serious cardiovascular conditions, it is advised to only try dry fasting under strict medical supervisions. It should not be practiced if the body is weak or by women who are nursing or pregnant. Spiritual benefits क्या हैं समझ लेते हैं. ड्राई फास्टिंग अफेक्ट करती है हमें स्पिरिचुअली ऑल्सो. जब हम फास्ट करते हैं तो ईजी होता है हमारी फिजिकल बॉडी को हमारे स्पिरिचुअल सेल्फ से कनेक्ट करना. तो बॉडी में टॉक्सिन्स कम है. टॉक्सिन्स कम है तो हमारा उसमें प्रोसेस जो है ऑफ कंसंट्रेशन विल बी मच बेटर. जब प्रोसेस बेटर होगा तो हमारी सोल को भी डायरेक्ट एक कनेक्शन आ रहा होगा. इमेजिन हाउ क्लीन यू विल फील इन. मैंने जब 8 दिन का वाटर फास्ट किया था, ड्राई फास्ट कम वाटर फास्ट किया था, माई मेडिटेशन वॉज द नेक्स्ट लेवल. हाँ डेफिनेटली दोपहर मिडिल ऑफ द डे में आई वॉज फीलिंग वेरी टायर्ड. मुझे एकदम से लगता था कि ओ माई एनर्जी सैप्ड आउट. सो आई वुड स्लीप अबाउट 20 minutes, half an hour, and I would get my energy back. Now, it's very common for fasters to experience a deeper spiritual connection and prolonged meditation practice without getting restless. Since our thoughts during a fast aren't so consumed by what we are going to eat next, we have more energy to devote to spirituality. आप वो लाइफ इमेजिन करिए जब आप लोगों को घर में क्या ब्रेकफास्ट लंच डिनर बनना है, बताना ही नहीं पड़े, सब्जियां मंगानी नहीं पड़े, मतलब खाना ही नहीं होगा, तो आई थिंक हाफ द जॉब इज टेकन केयर, राइट? सो जस्ट थिंक ऑफ इट. Dry fasting also cleanses our chakras, unblocks energy channels, and heightens awareness and brain activity. It's an absolutely wonderful, magical, remarkable way to flush out all negative emotions and thoughts. So कैसे शुरू करना है dry fasting? तो आपको जब अटेम्प्ट करना है प्लीज हल्का हल्का शुरू करिएगा. प्रेपरेशन माइंड में करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट टू डू. बहुत ज्यादा बिजी मत रखिए अपने आप को, बहुत सन में मत जाइए फर्स्ट टाइम अगर आप कर रहे हैं तो। एंड ड्राई फास्ट डिनर के बाद शुरू करें। अगर आप डिनर 7 बजे खा रहे हैं तो आप उसके बाद पानी लास्ट पौने 8 बजे पी के just go dry fast until you wake up in the morning, and wake up in the morning के बाद भी जरूरत पड़े तो you have water, नहीं पड़े तो you don't have water. Like पहले I used to wake up to 3 cups of water. अब कई बार I just even session खत्म हो जाता है उसके बाद तक I don't have water. Last में I'm having a sip or two when meditation करने से पहले. So I've prolonged my dry fast a bit longer. So रोज में prolong करना is also beneficial vis-a-vis not breaking. So how long should you dry fast for the first time? पहली बार let's be realistic, let's not become too adventurous and too much of a goal. अगर हम beginner हैं तो let's keep a window of 10 hours. Then we can probably go on to 12, 13, 14, going on 16, going on 18, then 20, 10, 24, फिर अपने आप धीरे धीरे बढ़ जाएगा. अगर आप सिंपल स्मॉल स्टार्ट करेंगे, बॉडी की मसल भी बढ़ती है कि हाँ मैंने इतना मैनेज कर लिया, धीरे धीरे कॉन्फिडेंस भी बढ़ता है. एकदम से करने से रूल्स बिकम वेरी बिग. So now generally a toxic body may need longer hours of fasting, whereas a cleaner body may only need a few hours of fasting. Like I know and I see that my body is toxic. No wonder for 8 days my body didn't ask for food. जरूरत ही नहीं थी उसको, इतनी toxicity थी already अंदर. जबकि I try and have very clean food, yet my body was toxic. जबकि I meditate so much, तो भी क्या precaution लेनी चाहिए हम लोग को? The day before you dry fast, wean off caffeine and sugar products. अगर सैटरडे को शुरू कर रहे हो ड्राई फास्ट तो फ्राइडे को कोई कैफीन नहीं, कोई शुगर प्रोडक्ट्स नहीं. बहुत कैफीन से हमारी बॉडी में ड्राइनेस होती है, तो पानी मांगती रहती है, डाययूरेटिक एंड यू कीप ऑन वांट टू ऐड. क्रेविंग्स भी आएंगी, शुगर क्रेविंग्स भी आएंगी. एंड शुगर अगर आप कभी भी देख लो मॉर्निंग में नाश्ते में अगर आपने शुगर का कुछ भी खा लिया, फुल डे यू हैव मच मोर क्रेविंग्स vis-a-vis नॉट हैविंग इन द ब्रेकफास्ट. Now be aware that you experience acidity, headache and irritability. ये कॉमन है और ये क्यों जब होता है. सो प्लीज इसके लिए आई कैन टेल यू, एसिडिटी है तो कुंजल कर लो. कुंजल क्या है, जस्ट गो ऑन गूगल एंड चेक इट. सुपर इजी टू डू, वेरी वेरी गुड, इट्स अमेजिंग. हेडेक आता है तो थोड़ा रेस्ट कर लो. दैट्स, डोंट थिंक अरे दवाई खा लेती हूँ, अरे मैं फास्ट ब्रेक कर लेती हूँ, अरे आई एम फीलिंग सिक. सिकनेस सामने आ रही है सो दैट वो खत्म हो जाए. सो डोंट गेट स्कैर्ड फ्रॉम इट. इंश्योर दैट आपका माइंड काम है, सराउंडिंग्स आपके पीसफुल है फास्टिंग के वक्त. अगर आसपास लड़ाई झगड़े हो रहे हैं तो हाउ कैन यू एंजॉय योर बॉडी. कोई बॉडी में पानी होता है वो लेता है वाइब्रेशन. सो प्लीज बी पॉजिटिव. अपने फास्ट के बारे में मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ रखिए कि यस आई कैन डू इट. एंड आपके पास जो पॉजिटिव एफर्मेशंस हैं, दे विल रियली 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 हेल्प यू. So really understand this science about you and your body. Rahul says, and does the next page have something? Okay, so it's a long chapter. So my body's cleansing and purifying itself, and fasting makes me happier and healthier. So that's an affirmation, plus you have many more. Break your fast the right way. जो भी आपका length of the fast है, best way to break it is with nutritious and ready to eat, easy digest food. Be patient, calm, grateful. Rushing to eat only does harm, then good. Because throughout the fast, आपका digestive system slow हो जाता है, digestive fire weaken हो जाती है. अब उसको उठाने के लिए, जगाने के लिए आपको थोड़ा थोड़ा देना पड़ेगा. पहला स्टेप है बॉडी को थैंक यू बोलना, सपोर्ट करने के लिए. फिर आधा कप पानी सिप बाय सिप पीना है, स्वॉल करना है माउथ में फॉर फ्यू सेकंड्स, ऐसे गटक नहीं जाना है. ईट 2 से 3 डेट्स खा लीजिए, दे आर फैबुलस, डेट्स आर रियली रियली अमेजिंग. एंड हर बाइट को चू करिएगा. एंड इफ यू कांट हैव दैट, देन बनानास, देन फिग्स, देन ड्राइड एप्रिकॉट्स वर्क वेल टू. Many people do not feel hungry while breaking the fast, and that's fine. Respect your body signal as it is in detoxification mode. अगर बॉडी नहीं मांग रही है खाना तो प्लीज थोड़ा प्रोलॉन्ग कर लीजिए, पानी पी लीजिए, but don't give it food to eat. After an hour or so, eat fresh fruit which are cut, or maybe nuts and maybe seeds, maybe buttermilk, maybe lemon water, maybe coconut water, kokum water, jeera water, or barley water. Barley water से बहुत 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 strength आती है. Avoid fruit juice and opt for whole fruits instead. Fruit juice क्यों करना है आपको पता ही है, why should we avoid it? Now we can follow this with simple home cooked meals such as khichdi, soup, traditional balanced diet after an hour or so. Avoid overeating in any case. Keep your meals very small. Say this much. When breaking the fast, beginning with small frequent meals, progressing gradually towards larger meals with more time in between them until you reach a normal routine. Work up to 3 meals and 1 to 2 snacks. Small meals, small snack time. Avoid any tea, any coffee while breaking the fast. Instead, opt for lemon water with jaggery or raw honey and a pinch of pink Himalayan salt. Up thirst aa rahi hai, to how do you counter that? When you begin to dry fast, it's common to feel hungry or thirsty because we are habituated that way. For most people, things will usually get difficult to break breakfast time because the need to eat drink comes out of habit. So avert this urge by either deep breathing or keeping yourself busy in tasks. Kitchen se thoda dur rahiye if possible. Deep breathing is the best way to communicate with your body and to counteract thirst and cravings. Why? Because आपकी body में ऊर्जा मिल रही है with your beautiful breath, and that will be enough. Now you have to make an informed decision with your doctor if you have a serious medical issue. So all of this is good for people who do not have medical conditions which are grave. If any grave conditions are there, talk to your doctors, and doctors don't know how they are. So go with that. And be careful not to fast too frequently. Allow your body sufficient time to rebuild nutritional reserves. Not very often, not too much. Informed decisions, be careful about them. All right. So today's chapter was really long, but very interesting because dry fasting, jab hum karte hain, we are making our body conducive for a lot of good things. Apart from its healing, even for a spiritual world, it really, really, really adds value. So yeah, please go for it. And today we are going to be, कल हमने बात करी थी कि हम tapping की script के बारे में आज बात करने वाले हैं as to what we are going to be working on. तो हमने लास्ट 2 दिन से अपना एक आउटरीजियस गोल प्लान कर लिया था कि ये मेरा इनकम का नंबर है. आज उस साइंस को हम आगे लेकर जाने वाले हैं टैपिंग इनटू वेल्थ में. डिस्प्ले योर नंबर. Now that you have an outrageous income number and are uncomfortable with the idea of going after it, let's magnify the experience. Abhi, write down your number down on many sticky notes in multiple ways. Annual income, monthly gross income, approximate monthly net income, difference from your current monthly income. Really think about the positive benefits of having a larger net income for your life in general, including less stress about money and the means to do activities you love. Picture the money in your bank account. How quickly can you pay off debt? How will it feel to see it come in? What will be the pile of money look like after 6 months at that income? What would you spend it on? Rahul, say cursor, please hata lijiye. It's distracting me while I'm reading the arrow, please. Place the sticky notes all over your home. This will garner an incredibly powerful resource in a completely effortless way. Using your subconscious mind at first, when you see those notes, they'll push buttons and create discomfort, which is great. You'll notice all sorts of objects in your thoughts. Eventually, you'll notice them less as they shift to the periphery of your thoughts. So, आपके जो भी money related thoughts हैं, कि ज़्यादा पैसा से, you have to break that down first. Yearly goal, monthly goal, weekly है तो weekly. ज़्यादा पैसा आ रहा है तो मैं उससे क्या कर पाऊंगा? अरे टेंशन ही नहीं रहेगी ना, जब जो खरीदना है, अपने आप के लिए इंडल्ज करना है, क्रिएट करना है, इन्वेस्ट करना है, सब कर पाऊंगा बिकॉज आई डोंट हैव एनीथिंग. अब उससे ये भी आप देखो कि जब महीने 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 अब ज्यादा इनकम हो रही है, 6 महीने के एंड में वो जो मनी ज्यादा आ जाएगा. यू कैन इवन गो इनटू योर पास्ट एंड रिमेंबर, अभी पैंडेमिक चला था, पैंडेमिक में खर्चे थोड़े कम हो गए थे, कई लोग के बढ़ गए थे, कई लोग के कम हो गए थे. अगर आप उस फैमिली में से जहाँ खर्चे कम हुए थे, तो आपका जो पैसा बचा था, हाउ डिड इट फील, क्या किया आपने उसके एंड पे? डिड यू रियलाइज दैट हाउ यू फेल्ट? सो यू हैव टू सी योर all the emotions that are coming, क्या लॉजिक आ रहा है. इवेंचुअली आपका एक शिफ्ट आ जाएगा. जब आप नोटिस करेंगे, इट मीन्स दैट योर माइंड हैज एक्सेप्टेड दैट इट्स पार्ट ऑफ द करंट रियलिटी. नाउ दिस विल एंगेज all of us, our subconscious mind, like a puzzle to be solved. Puzzle के pieces fit होने शुरू हो जाएंगे. The most brilliant trying to create that reality even while you're sleeping. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Now, let's not deprive ourselves of this free, effortless, powerful resource. Money is energy. Energy is important. When we have money, when we have energy, we can do whatever in the world that we want. But we don't attract it because of our constrictions, our thoughts. Now, let's pay close attention to anything that feels like resistance. कभी भी आपके दिमाग में कुछ आए, अरे I'm resisting because of this, उसको प्लीज लिख लो, उसको ब्रेक डाउन करके आगे एनालाइज करना है. Now, because otherwise वो manifest कर जाएगा और आप नहीं चाहते हो. जो भी हम नेगेटिव सोचते हैं या जो भी हमारे इमोशंस पॉजिटिव, जो भी हमारे इमोशंस होते हैं, चाहे नेगेटिव और पॉजिटिव, वो मैनिफेस्ट करते हैं. तो वी हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल. अगर हमारे इमोशंस में, एंड ये आपने सुना होगा, 100 अच्छा करो एक बुरा करो, वो एक बुरा ही याद आता है लोगों को, राइट? दैट्स हाउ अ कंडीशनिंग ऑफ द माइंड इज. आपने 100 अच्छी थॉट सोची है, बट एक नेगेटिव थॉट आ गई, वो मैनिफेस्ट कर जाती है. दैट्स द लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन. So agar if you are manifesting something, please be careful in what you're manifesting. अगर negative emotion आ रहा है, उसको definitely आपको break down करना है, so you can finish it, cut the frills and delete, control all delete. आपकी embarrassment increase हो जाएगी when people will notice and ask, hey what's this? अगर आपने resist किया तो वो expand हो जाएगा, because जिसको resist करते हो expand होता है. अगर मैं बोलती हूँ ये चीज नहीं करूँ, बच्चा वही करेगा because उसको वही conditioning है. Now let's be very sure. What are we doing? People, are they shocked? Are they embarrassed for you? Are they annoyed? Are they scoffing? Are they condemning? This is a very, very interesting experiment. It'll provide you with lots of people noticing them. It means your mind has accepted them. So can you please turn the page? As part of your current reality. This engages the subconscious mind like a puzzle to be solved. So what page are we into? I think आप display your number के बाद, yeah. Okay, so I know this is going to be really, really helpful because business comes in a way where all of us are working, all of us are learning, all of us are getting over it. And know that this is very helpful when I started resisting an outrageous income goal for my own business for a very long time. Now, finally, Margaret is giving us her example. What did she do? She had to practically force herself in writing the numbers down and fight the urge to lower them to more comfortable levels. Embarrassment kicked in. I worried about what my family who came over often would think, so I put up just one note on my mirror. When my 10-year-old daughter asked me what it meant, I stammered. I felt silly, realizing she was too young to understand income numbers, and that means no judgment or negative associations. उसने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया मेरी एक्सप्लेनेशन कि मम्मा का एक गोल है अर्निंग मनी का. बाकी लोग अरे ये क्या है, इतना क्या है, क्या सोच रहे हो, will procrastinate and make you think. But then the daughter, what did she do? She surprised her by making her own notes, placing them all through the house so I could see them more often. Now I was stuck since I couldn't hurt her feelings and didn't want to negatively program her attitude towards money. I had to live with my secret outrageous numbers plastered for everyone to see, question, and judge. Resistant emotions bombarded me whenever I saw them: embarrassment, disbelief, sense of failure. The discouraging weight of not believing I could reach goals that were in my face constantly consumed me. I had my own judgments, expected others to think I was selfish, money grubbing, conceited, arrogant, and they would ask who I thought I was to expect so much money. So ये negative emotions उसके दिमाग में आए जब उसने हर जगह अपने numbers चिपके हुए देखे. आपके क्या emotions आ रहे हैं? Please be aware of them. Those little sticky notes pushed so many buttons for her. She never ever experienced them. Thankfully, वो already EFT practitioner थी. She recognized this was a tappable issue. So उन्होंने क्या किया? Yes, absolutely true emotions. So with the help of tapping, she got used to the uncomfortable feelings and began explaining to people that she was practicing what she preached in goal setting. And those many sticking notes were intended mainly for my subconscious mind. And the embarrassment left and was replaced by feelings of inspiration, empowerment every time I saw her explain them. इतना सा करने पे इतना गोल शिफ्ट हो गया. कैसे किया? टैपिंग किया. Ideas began to come quickly and I completely changed my thoughts and priorities. I was drawn to resources that made crystal clear sense in furthering my goals. Great ideas flowed, compelled me to act on them. I worked harder than ever, pushing my limits, challenging myself, but it wasn't a struggle and felt good. Since I just started to see the months and the results, tapping helped me conquer each challenge and clear any resistance or feelings of being overwhelmed. Slowly, the universe started lining up for me. Unexpected events offered opportunities and validation that aligned with my goals. I was on fire and had to learn how to be in high octane mode without carrying any kind of excited tension or adrenaline in her body. Tapping helped with that. People and resources helped. They appeared graciously, generously, supported everything she did. It was magic, miracles. She came up with so much different stuff in her approach to the work and her own process and her own clients. And all of a sudden, her life changed in a in a yes mode in 1 year. Because it all started with those sticky notes and a little help from a precious daughter. So what did she do? पहले उसने अंडरस्टैंड किया कि ये मेरा गोल है और हर जगह चिपक गया. अब शी हैज टू अंडरस्टैंड इट. शी ट्रेन्ड हर माइंड थ्रू टैपिंग. नेगेटिविटी को निकाला, पॉजिटिविटी को डाला. अब वो सेम जहां दिखती है वहां लगा अरे आई कांट डू इट. एकदम से एम्पावरमेंट आ रही है. So all of us today, I'll make the chapter a little longer. We can postpone our Surya Namaskar a bit because ये बहुत important है समझना आज, because आज time भी है हमारे पास. Start to take control. It's a Sunday. आज आप जब बड़े गोल सेट करे हैं उसको हमें कंट्रोल में लाना है. Let's understand how. Once you've set a big goal, the next step is to confront immediate external obstacles, like dealing with the person who sabotages you or having debt. Understand that those are usually things you consciously live with that keep you powerfully and emotionally focused on the present reality. आपकी present reality क्या है? कौन आपके साथ इंटरफेयर कर रहा है? क्या चीज है जिससे आप ओपिनियटेड हो रहे हो? कौन है जो आपको डाउन कर रहा है, आप नहीं कर रहा? उसको समझना है, because that's not good for our growth. Now we want to leave this reality since it's a result of thoughts and actions that come from our past. जो हुआ वो past की वजह से हुआ. Present हमारे हाथ में है, हम उसको बदल सकते हैं right now, right here. Remember, we create our future with our present moments, our present emotions. So unless we want to continue living in a past कि बार बार past में जाके सोचते हैं, तब तक nothing can go. Understand one more thing. हम सबकी thoughts कहाँ जाती हैं 90% time? हम now में कितना रहते हैं? नहीं, हम या तो past में रह रहे हैं या future में रह रहे हैं. हमें आता ही नहीं present में रहना. Present में हमें अपनी thought को बदलना है, अपनी life को control में लेना है. बोलना आसान है, करना उतना मुश्किल है, उतना मुश्किल भी नहीं है. So let's understand, let's go beyond our reality. Let's finish away with the frustrations and let's begin our work. Now, immediately kuch nahi badlega, gradually badlega. When you reduce your emotional intensity and importance of your current reality, you become freer to deal with it more calmly and to focus on your goals with more energy and positive beliefs. Let's begin to address our immediate beliefs so we feel better about our huge goals. Let's take some control. We'll find ourselves backing our goal down to smaller and smaller number. There's no harm in breaking your goals कि अगर आपने 1 crore किया per se, उसको 10 lakhs इसमें, 5 इसमें, 2 इसमें, 3 इसमें tangible form कर सकते हैं. Summarize करने के लिए, in order to set a big goal and make it happen, it's important to change the dynamics of your immediate circumstances and beliefs. अगर बड़े goals लाने हैं तो हमारी conditioning बदलनी पड़ेगी. First conditioning. हमारा immediate belief क्या है? That nothing in our goal is remotely possible. आपका जो लॉजिकल माइंड है, एनालिटिकल माइंड है, उसको बहुत टाइम लगता है एक गोल को समझने में. सो इट कैन टेक अ फ्लाइट, फाइट और फ्लाइट. आप पे लड़ेगा कि क्या बकवास है, ये गोल पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. फिर आपने उसको फिर भी करा, वो बस उड़ के चला जाएगा. फिर आप ओवरवेलम हो जाएगा, कह रहे हैं वाकई में ये तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. और आप उसको शुरू जो आपने किया उसको वापस बंद कर दो. एक नहीं पॉसिबल है, मेरे कब से गोल लिखा हुआ है, काम ही नहीं हो रहा है, फॉरगेट इट. कितनी बार ये हमने करा है. Our immediate identification of someone or something we believe is in our way. कोई रोड ब्लॉक है, कोई ऑब्स्टिकल है, कोई हर्डल है. We have to understand that. उससे नेगेटिव इमोशंस आएंगे, गुस्सा भी आएगा, फ्रस्ट्रेशन भी आएगी, रिजेंटमेंट भी आएगी. It's okay, accept that. Now, our feelings, our thoughts about a perceived notion, about a perceived shortcoming, about a perceived detriment will definitely shake us, make us, break us. It'll sabotage us, it'll block us. Because हम वो critical mind में आ जाएंगे, सब कुछ negative दिखेगा. ये भी wrong है, ये भी wrong है, ये नहीं हुआ, ये नहीं हुआ, मैं victim हूँ, मैं blame करूँगा, and मैं comment करूँगा. Now this is going to be coming in the block, in the रास्ता of your success. Because आपने painful emotions को दबा दिया है, उसको ऊपर आने नहीं दिया, उसको understand नहीं किया. And you will feel कि अरे मैं समर्थ नहीं हूँ, I'm not adequate enough to do it. So understand this very clearly. We have to tap them away. Our current lack of time or energy makes it impossible for us to imagine more, create more, think more, do more. थकान हो जाएगी. So we have to understand that इन चीजों को हमें अपने गोल को रीच करने में we have to understand where are we operating from. A financial debt situation. अब वो अगर आपने कर्जा ले रखा है, so आपकी प्रोग्रेस क्या है? स्ट्रॉन्ग नेगेटिव इमोशंस आ रहे हैं या आपको अपनी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने की प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, तो इट्स वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड एड्रेस द इमीडिएट डिसबिलीफ कि अगर ये रेजिस्टेंस आ रहा है, मुझे विश्वास नहीं हो रहा मेरी टैपिंग के मेरे गोल के बारे में, तो टैपिंग हमें यहाँ पर जो हम फंसे हुए हैं उसको निकालेगी. So it's very important to stop gazing, longingly dreaming about what could be, and face the beliefs that have blocked you from making more money. बहुत important है एक बार गोल से हट के अपने बिलीफ सिस्टम को देखना. आप और मैं इतने अमेज हो जाएंगे कि हम कितने इरेशनल हैं, कितने सेंसलेस हैं जब हम लेंसिंग टैपिंग को समझेंगे कि अरे माय गॉड, अब टैप किया ये सब निकल रहा है, पता भी नहीं था कुछ कूड़ा निकल रहा है. हम टैप करते रहेंगे और वो सामने आते रहेंगे आते रहेंगे आते रहेंगे आते रहेंगे. और जब आते रहेंगे टैपिंग के बाद जर्नलिंग करना इज अ वेरी गुड आइडिया. तो जो निकला है उसको एक बार लिख भी लिया, ये सब इमोशंस आए थे, एंड दैट इज व्हेन वो आहा मोमेंट आएगा. ओ शिट, ये था अंदर कंडीशनिंग, ओ माय गॉड, बिकॉज दैट्स योर ट्रूथ जो आपने कभी एड्रेस ही नहीं किया. सो बी ओपन एंड रिसेप्टिव. कभी भी टैपिंग करने जाओ, पहले इंटेंशन क्रिएट कर लो कि आप क्या करना चाह रहे हो. लेट योर माइंड, लेट योर बॉडी, लेट योर एवरीथिंग बी फंक्शनल. हमने बात करी वी हैव ट्रिलियंस ऑफ सेल्स इन आवर बॉडी. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हम क्या ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हैं, क्या थॉट दे रहे हैं. वो हमारे थॉट पे ऑपरेट करते हैं. दे आर द वेरी ब्यूटीफुल सेल्स. बहुत सिंपल होते हैं, जो उसको सुनता है वो करता है. हमने कल ये भी बात कही थी कि हम जब टैपिंग करते हैं या बात करते हैं, हम ओन नहीं करते उस प्रॉब्लम को कि मुझे ये प्रॉब्लम है, दिस प्रॉब्लम इज हैपनिंग. हम सेकंड टेंस में बात करते हैं सो दैट हमारी बॉडी ओनरशिप नहीं सुने. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मुझे कॉन्स्टिपेशन है तो मैं बोलूंगी ओ द बॉडी इज गोइंग थ्रू कॉन्स्टिपेशन, और प्राची इज गोइंग थ्रू कॉन्स्टिपेशन. तो मैं ओनरशिप नहीं ले रही हूँ. नाउ बट आई डोंट नो हाउ टू गेट देयर. अब सवाल ये होगा कि हाँ मुझे प्रॉब्लम्स तो सारी हैं, समझ में नहीं आता हाउ टू डू इट. Now let's understand. Sometimes a very big goal causes conflicts if you don't know what you have to do to reach it. Your analytical mind can get in your way. If a big goal requires lots of out-of-the-box ideas, creativity, inspiration, synchronicities, जब इतना बड़ा सपना होता है तो how do you take off? आपको विश्वास ही नहीं है, how do you take off? अब अगर बड़ा गोल है तो मैजिक भी ज्यादा चाहिए, आइडियाज भी ज्यादा चाहिए, फाइनेंस के लिए भी चाहिए, बहुत सारे दरवाजे खुले होने चाहिए. बट जब आप इस आउटरेजियस गोल को पेपर पे ले जाते हो, when you start thinking on paper, when you start writing and analyzing on paper, you'll be able to figure out a lot more, a lot more, a lot more in that moment, in the next few hours, next few days, next few weeks or months. And then you can understand that how easy it is to break and think when you're thinking on paper. But if you're not thinking on paper, it will feel impossible. So अब आपको क्या करना है? Tapping करना है to understand जो paper पे आपने लिखा है कि how to feed those thoughts and how to delete those thoughts. जो भी negative भी लिखा है, positive भी लिखा है. Say the fact out loud कि मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा मुझे कैसे आगे बढ़ना है, मुझे समझना पड़ेगा. Okay, ये जब हमने बोल दिया, address कर दिया, तो हमको विश्वास का स्केल लेना है 1 to 10 कि what do we feel, how are we able to figure what is happening, how do we reach our goal. Now अब हम टैप करने वाले हैं, so let's understand the tapping science. So let's start tapping with everyone. Just start seeing how I'm doing. If you are aware, close your eyes and hear the script. I would love to focus on my goal, this financial goal of mine. I know it's very tough. I know it's too large. I know that, but I'm the only person who can make it happen. Now I'm the one who's to figure how to do this. I can't do it right now. I can't find out, but I know I will. I know it'll take a lot of work to get there. It feels like I really need to figure it out there. How do I do it? I really don't know. I shouldn't write down my goal, or should I write down my goal? I can't figure it. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make this number happen. ये number मेरे दिमाग में आ गया but बहुत बड़ा है, मेरी औकात के बाहर है. I don't know how to get there. My thoughts are racing about how should I go there. I've got to figure this out. Yes, I can do it. Maybe I should start making hundreds of to-do lists. Maybe I've got to figure it out. Maybe break it into goals, plans, actions. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to have such a big goal. I'm just setting myself up for failure. If I'm putting a goal that I don't know how to achieve or believe, how will it happen? And now, whatever negativity comes, we write them down in our journals. We take a deep breath, we write them down. But we continue this after a break. We tell ourselves, I don't know how to get there. I have to figure it all out. And the truth meter is below a 3. तो ये बहुत ध्यान रखिएगा. You can stop tapping. ये बहुत ध्यान रखिएगा कि जो आपके इमोशंस आ रहे हैं वो वाकई में लगता है कि हाँ जो मैंने सब बोला सब बिल्कुल सही है, मैं तो नहीं कर पाऊंगा, मैं तो नहीं अब बिलीव कर रहा हूँ. सो अगर 3 से ज्यादा इमोशंस हैं इसका मतलब आपने कुछ ऐसा है जो आपके अंदर है जो आपने बाहर निकाला ही नहीं है, एड्रेस ही नहीं किया. शॉर्टकमिंग्स नहीं होंगे तो प्रॉब्लम्स भी नहीं होंगी. शॉर्टकमिंग्स होंगे तो उनको हमें सॉल्व करना है. Now we will do another tapping to get the right conditioning in. I don't know how to get there. It's not my job to figure out how. But of course, it's my job. Yes, it is. Who else will come and help me? Universe is there. Yes, I know. But it's my job. मुझे विश्वास है अपने ऊपर. मुझे विश्वास है मेरे यूनिवर्स पे. I trust the process of life. I will rearrange my energy and make this happen for me in the shortest, quickest, most harmonious way for me. Somehow I will attract the way, and the way will show up. I will be surprised and dazzled by the beautiful world of mine, my creative thoughts, my moving structure. So can you turn the page, please? I will be dazzled by what is delivered to me. What if my actions are inspired actions and I know when and how to take them? What if all I need to do is faith each day? What if more Shraddha, more faith, more acceptance, more patience? All I need to do is focus on my goal and have faith that the universe will line itself up for me. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Of course, it will be wonderful. I am allowing my faith to send a message to the universe. I'm ready for your help. I'm ready for you to line me up with the house. I'm ready for you to give me creative ideas for opening all the doors for me. And I'm ready for the brilliant stuff that's going to come. And once I'm going to get these beautiful things, I'm going to be having inspired action. I am allowing the universe to rearrange itself for me, and so it is. I'm delighted at whatever is coming my way, and I am so grateful. And with this, you can keep your hands back on your laps, and you will find that your body is reacting in a very beautiful way, where you're just feeling lighter, brighter. Tension address कर लिया, accept कर लिया, tap कर लिया, energy points को recharge कर लिया, positive बातें बोली. And now you will feel जब next time आप करोगे आप एक और हल्का सा एहसास होगा. The more tapping you do, the more lighter you'll feel. So please tap yourselves. And today you will have this beautiful video coming up, video number 10. Rahul sir will share with you for all as an assignment. Amrita will broadcast it. Please do this tapping with Margaret Lynch. And tell me, everyone, do you want to do yoga or should we move on to the last chapter? Whatever you want. I'm comfortable with both. The first 3 answers, I will decide with that. Sunday hai, do you want to do yoga? Kare? Should we move into creative thinking? Yoga kare? Okay, so let's do yoga. So let's bring on the yoga video. Thank you.
The Surya Namaskar with mantras. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaye Namaha. Om Bhanave Namaha. Om Khagaye Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaye Namaha. Marichai Namaha. Om Adityay Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Arkay Namaha. Om Bhaskaray Namaha. Salutations to the universal friend. Salutations to the resplendent sun. Salutations to the energy that induces activity within us. Salutations to the one who illumines. Salutations to the sun moving across the sky. Salutations to the giver of strength. Salutations to the golden cosmic self. Salutations to the Lord of the dawn. Salutations to the son of Aditi, the cosmic mother. Salutations to the benevolent mother. Salutations to the energy that we praise, and to the one who guides us to salvation. The sun salutation now with the names of the postures, both in Sanskrit and English. Pranamasan, Hastuthanasan, Padhahastasan, left leg back, Ashvasanchalanasan, Parvatasan, and hold this position. And now slowly progressing into the deeper version of Parvatasan, Adho Mukh Svanasana. Ashtang Namaskar. Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Left forward, Ashvasanchalanasan. Padahastasana. Hastuthanasan. Pranamasan. On the right side, prayer position. Raised arms pose. Hand to feet pose. Right leg back, equestrian pose. Mountain pose. Hold mountain pose. And slowly moving into the deeper version of mountain, the downward facing dog. Salute with 8 limbs. Cobra. Press back to mountain. Right forward, equestrian pose. Hand to feet pose. Raised arms position. Prayer pose. One round of the sun salutation with awareness on the breathing. So exhaling our hands to the chest, pranam. Inhaling as we bend back. We exhale as we fold forward. Left leg back, inhale as we're arching back. Exhale into the forward. Hold the breath for knees, chest, chin. Inhale as we arch back. Exhale into the forward. Left leg forward, inhale. This is a back bend. Exhale whenever we bend forward. Inhale as we bend back. Exhale, hands to the chest. And on the right, deep breathing. Exhale. A deep inhale. A long exhale. Right leg back with an inhale. And exhale. Hold the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Right leg forward with a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
All right. Okay, cool. So let's start our creative thinking. Very simply, creative thinker is what we all are, but we are now tuning in back into what we should be doing as creative thinking. कल हमने बात करी थी कि कमिटमेंट से कमिटमेंट कैसे करनी है in order to become a thinker and a creative doer. Now, don't think about what other people think about. लोग जो सोचते हैं वो conditional thinking होती है, because that is what is tried and tested and accepted. Any change is not accepted by people very easily. Let's understand. The astrophysicist Subramaniam Chandrasekhar loved his subject. His ideas were so strange that the other scientists didn't accept them for years. He worked in relative obscurity. He came up with a model for stellar evolution and became the basis for the theory of black holes. He also was remarkable in another way. As the University of Chicago, Chandrasekhar was scheduled to teach a class in astrophysics 80 miles away from the main campus at the Astrological Observatory. He was looking forward for it. Only 2 students signed up. Now, this was embarrassing low attendance for it, and it became a joke among Chandrasekhar's colleagues. Lecturers pride themselves on popular classes with high attendance. Chandrasekhar was expected to cancel the class because he had to commute the 116-mile distance along countryside roads with students. But he didn't, because he enjoyed the subject and the classes. He didn't cancel. He and his students threw ideas around. They were engrossed in the subject, motivated by the enjoyment of the ideas and fueled by the satisfaction of creating new ways to describe what they're learning, which is reality. They also had fulfillment. They had a fulfilling feeling that it came with the thrill of reaching new perceptions. It was the smallest class in the history of university education and was mocked and ridiculed. A few years later, both the 2 students won the Nobel Prize for Physics. Later, still Chandrasekhar himself was awarded a Nobel Prize also for physics. They had the last laugh. It became the most successful university class of all time. Everyone in the class had won a Nobel Prize. 3 people. Anybody would cancel, but no, they've loved it so much that they continued doing it. So don't think about people. Don't be distracted by the views of others. Focus on what engages and inspires you. आपके अंदर क्या fire है? क्या हो रहा है? लोगों के बोलने से नहीं, आपके अंदर क्या feeling है? What is it that you like? The most exhilarating experiences are generated in the mind. कैसे? हम सुबह एक्सपीरियंस शायद कर रहे हैं. जब हम पावर ऑफ ड्रीम्स प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, so शायद we thinking of what it feels like when our dreams are coming true. It's exhilarating. दिमाग पे फर्स्ट आ रहा है, फिर ट्रिगर हो रहा है आपके हार्ट से, इमोशन से, इंफॉर्मेशन से, एंड देन थॉट्स आ रही है नया, क्या बोला, जब तक ये नहीं आ रहा, व्हाट्स द पॉइंट? If you're excited by a subject, then no one else is. That's all that should matter to you, that if you are interested. Revolutionary thinkers who created totally new ideas are driven by their interests, not whether or not they're interested. जब लाइट बनी थी तो पीपल वेरी कंफर्टेबल ना कि दिन छिपेगा उसके बाद तो कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है. बट लाइट आई ना, बनी ना, म्यूजिक के लिए मोबाइल फोन्स बने ना, because they believed in it. What is the larger picture that you are seeing? What is it inspiring you? Just follow that instinct. J.D. Salinger ने बोला, I swear to God, if I were a piano player or an actor or something on all those dopes think I was terrific, I'd hate it. I wouldn't even want to clap for me. People always clap for the wrong things. This is something to understand. शुरू में तारीफ अगर मिल रही है, it's because वो acceptable है. कुछ नया करने के लिए सबके, आप किसी की भी ऑटोबायोग्राफी देख लो, किसी की भी सुन लो, शुरू में रेजिस्टेंस आता ही आता है. समथिंग विच इज आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स. सक्सेसफुल जगह, अरे हाँ मेरे बेटे ने किया, अरे मेरी बेटी ने किया, ओह वाओ, उसके बाद एवरीवन स्टार्ट टेकिंग एक्कोलाइड्स. एंड शुरू में सबके रेजिस्टेंस आती, यू नो, एक ये तो सबसे कहने की तो लोग की बातें हैं ही. एज आई अगेन कोट, दिस चैप्टर इज परफेक्ट फॉर देयर. व्हेन पीपल से सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग, अगर हम उसमें ग्रिप हो रहे हैं, ग्रस्त हो रहे हैं, says Nitya, then obviously we are not living the life that we should be living. For once, live for yourself. For once, live for what you are perceiving. Now be perceptive about your perception. क्या नजरिया है, उसकी तरफ नजरिया देखें कि what are you thinking, what are you generating, what are you resonating at. The great 19th century engineer Isambard Kingdom, Brunel, is remembered for railways, bridges, and the first propeller-driven steamships. Yet, his most innovative construction was his image. The famous photograph of Brunel standing before the launching chains of the Great Eastern, created an idea of Brunel as a romantic genius, arrogantly relaxed and confident. Although it looked like a snapshot of an insouciant savant taking a break, it is actually a painstakingly act of image manipulation. In this classic snapshot, it took several days to construct. In the other photos taken on the shoot, although artfully posed, Brunel appeared hesitant, insignificant, balding, conservative, inconsequential against the backdrop of huge chains and ships. Yet once the photo struck the right chord. Both the photographer and Brunel were searching for an idealized image. In the 1850s, snapshots weren't possible. Taking photos outdoors was arduous and extremely time consuming. It required a huge amount of equipment. It required the right lighting. It required a portable dark room. It required an arsenal of toxic chemicals. Brunel had many demanding projects, requiring his time at the point. But he ignored them all because he appreciated the importance of the photograph. अब ये अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा किसकी photograph की बात की, just look at the image, the one who's posing. Now does it strike an image कि हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं? All of us have seen this image. It's something which has been captured so largely. The photographer took many photos over several days, and eventually they hit on a magic image that is cemented in the public's imagination. The photographer understood that the purpose of photograph is not to reproduce reality, but to create a new reality of the same intensity. It's impossible to look at Brunel's engineering without his image in the photograph of him as a genius coming to mind. Brunel arguably owed his legacy and his place in history to that photographer more than he did in his own engineering work. Be aware, my dear Sanghas, of how your audience perceives and understands things, and appreciate that aura created around a person, place, or work. It affects people, how people respond to them. Now, to get audience or to take your work seriously, it's very important to get them to think that you need to be taken seriously and then take you seriously. Sometimes to convince people of the worth of your work, you have to convince them of your worth. And to convince them of your worth, you have to know that you are worthy. अगर आपको अपने ऊपर डाउट है तो दूसरों को आपके ऊपर डाउट कैसे नहीं होगा? First, know that I am worthy, I deserve it, I can do it. And then start getting one people in your team. Bruce Lipton said, we can control our life by controlling our perception. हमारा नजरिया क्या है? अगर उसको हम एक शीशे में उतार लिया, so life को हम आराम से we can live it beautifully, because that's what we all meant to do. Let's turn the chapter, sir. Now, doubt is something हम सबको आएगा ही आएगा. Doubt everything all the time. Now you'll say कि अरे एक तरफ तो बोलते हैं कि trust the process of life, और यहाँ सिखा रहे हैं doubt everything all the time. अरे what is happening? But let's understand. Richard Feynman doubted traditional mathematics. That's a pretty big doubt. He created a new math called Feynman diagrams, technically a new kind of algebra. Doubt was central to the thinking of Feynman, a Nobel Prize-winning American, famous for his work on quantum mechanics and particle physics. He doubted the ability of traditional math to describe the new subatomic world, and therefore invented a new math, now the most widely used in that field. People were doing old math to describe a new world, and that it didn't work. He doubted everything constantly because he realized that if we didn't have a doubt, we would never have any new ideas. He believed that nothing was absolutely certain. So did you now understand the doubt? जैसे इंडिया में वैदिक मैथ था, वैदिक मैथ को आउट किया, एक इंग्लिश मैथ आ गया, algebras, integers, वो सब ले आए वो लोग. ये बोल रहे हैं in the concept of doubt, that अगर हमें डाउट नहीं है, अगर हम बहुत कंफर्टेबल हैं हर चीज से, तो हम नया क्रिएट कैसे करेंगे? चैलेंज करने की जरूरत है, चैलेंज करने के लिए डाउट करने की जरूरत है. Now, freedom to doubt is the most important aspect of our culture. तभी बोलते ना, it's a diverse community. Everyone can say whatever they want. You don't have to be sticking to one particular fundamental. There's freedom of expression. Doubt should be promoted in every organization and company. अगर doubt नहीं होगा, आप सवाल नहीं करोगे, तो जवाब कैसे मिलेगा? So once again, I'm thankful to all the people who ask questions at the end of the sessions, because it's very important to have doubts and questions. अगर हम सीकर नहीं होंगे, doubtful नहीं होंगे, तो हमें आगे work कैसे समझ में आएगा? Many people fear the consequences of doubts, but it is a new door to a new potential. आप में से मुझे सब बताओ, जब कोई क्वेश्चन करता है, डाउट पूछता है अपना, at the end of in the reflection, क्या नया पर्सपेक्टिव रोज खुल के आता है कि हम ये कर सकते हैं? उससे से तो फर्क पड़ता है. That is important. इसलिए डाउट लाइफ में आना is a good habit. Now, being unsure gives you the chance to improve situation. अगर आप unsure हो तो आप सोचोगे ना, हाँ मैं और बेटर क्या कर सकता हूँ इसको बेटर करने के लिए. और अगर आपको डाउट ही नहीं है, आपने tried and tested 100 times किया है, तो आपको फिर तो कुछ बड़ा ही बात नहीं. Yes, question is the biggest learning. Absolutely, Akshay. Questioning, प्रश्न भाव वेदांता में बोलते हैं. स्टूडेंट कैसे डिफाइन होता है? जो स्टूडेंट्स बहुत प्रश्न करते हैं, they are the best because they're seekers, they're inquisitive. It is absurd to think that we can find out everything there is to know by listening to experts, parents, authorities without doubting and testing it for ourselves. सब लोग बहुत कुछ बोलते हैं. सुनो सबकी करो अपनी सुना होगा ना. Listen to everyone. What works for you, you know best. आपका माइंड क्या बोल रहा है कि मुझे ये करना चाहिए, शायद उसको करो, उसको डाउट मत करो. बट जो लोग बोल रहे हैं ब्लाइंडली मत फॉलो करो. It's not just those who seek to revolutionize our understanding of particle physics, like Feynman, who can benefit from doubt. Henry Ford's Model T dominated the car market after introduced in 1908. He doubted the lengthy traditional way in which cars were made and invented an assembly line that enabled cars to be built from the finest materials but cheaply. He doubted the expense of supplying a wide choice of colors. He famously said, any customer can have a car painted any color that he wants as long as it is black. So after years of innovation, though, Ford became complacent and stopped doubting. He had no doubt that the Model T was all people needed. By the 1920, consumers and competitors did start doubting it. Why shouldn't they have new cars and new colors? Ford nearly destroyed his own company. His son Edsel saved the day by doubting his father's strategy and finally moved with the changing times. So all of us move alongside time. Very important to move with time. Very important to recreating something new all the time, not to be stuck. Doubt is a key to unlocking new ideas. Einstein doubted Newton. Picasso doubted Michelangelo. Beethoven doubted Mozart. That's why they moved things forward. If Einstein had believed that Newton was right, we would have had no theory of relativity. If Picasso had believed in Michelangelo's view of the world, he would not have developed Cubism. It's very essential to doubt everyone and to know that you don't know. Certainty is a convenient and easy way to follow. It's tried and tested. It's nothing new, and it's just making you so comfortable wherever you are because it's just how it is, because you're certain about it. It is the mind's equivalent of fast food to satisfy our hunger for answers with minimal effort. Doubt, on the other hand, is a great incentive for personal growth. To doubt and to not know, to ask questions, to err and to fail is the best and only way to learn, grow, progress, and move forward. Such a powerful line. Imbibe that in your mind. प्रश्न करो, उसको गलती करो, implement करो, गलती से सीखो, and grow. That's the best way to grow. So please write that down if you're writing reflections. To doubt, to not know, to ask questions, to err, to fail are the best and the only easiest ways to learn, to grow, to progress, and to move forward. So doubt this book, doubt what you know. It's important to listen to teachers, experts, seek out knowledge, but at the same time, doubt. The power of science and art is doubt. Everything that has been achieved over the last 500 years is because of doubt. It is by doubting that we came to investigate. It is by doubting that we investigate and we discover new ideas. Doubt everything, doubt everyone, all the time, especially yourself. Voltaire said, doubt is not a present condition, but certainly it's absurd. So it's very important to challenge your own self. Oh, now what better? Now what can I do? Okay. Do I doubt myself? हम doubt ही तो कर रहे हैं ना, हम tapping में कि मैं इतना कमा सकता हूँ क्यों? Doubt ही तो कर रहे हैं. फिर उसको बोलेंगे नहीं, I can do it. कल हम पढ़ने वाले हैं feeling inadequate, कि हम सब inadequate feel करते हैं, लेकिन वो अच्छा है inadequate feel करना. If all of us are feeling positive all the time, तो मजा क्या आने वाला है? To have excitement, you've got to have a downfall also, ना? Business is just going up, 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 up. तो आपको तो आदत लग जाएगी. कुछ तो wrong होना is important ना for a reality check. So very, very important to understand. How to remove this doubt? Wait a minute. What was I say? What is the question? Like I'm having doubt in tapping. Kamakshi will speak about this in the reflections because I can't answer you like this. So ask this question in reflections. One of you can raise your hand. Yeah, Manish, thank you for raising. Today it's about health. Good health is having no fatigue, having a good appetite, going to sleep and awakening easily, having a good memory, having good humor, having precision in thought and action, and being honest, humble, grateful, and loving. How healthy are you? So how do you feel? अच्छी appetite है, time से सो पाते हो, you're excited about it, you have a good memory, you're enjoying life, you're humorous. So are you honest? Are you humble? Are you grateful? Are you loving? This defines your health. Today's affirmation is beautiful. My body, mind, and spirit are a healthy team. Over to you, Manish.
My body, mind, and spirit are a healthy team. The body is always talking to you. What do you do when you get a message from the body, such as a little ache or pain? Usually, you run to the medicine cabinet or the drugstore and take a pill. In effect, you say to the body, "Shut up, I don't want to hear you. Don't talk to me." That is not loving the body. When you get the first ache or pain or the slightest thing seems to go wrong, sit down, close your eyes, and very quietly ask yourself, what is it I need to know? Listen a few minutes for the answer. It may be as simple as get some sleep, or it may be stronger. If you want your body to work well for you for a long time, then you need to be a part of the body, mind, and spirit healing team.
Wonderful. So very important to understand that जब body में कुछ दर्द वर्द आता है तो ask it कि क्यों आया है, answer भी मिल जाएगा. Rather than saying अरे और सोना चाहिए मुझे, अरे दवाई खा लेनी चाहिए, अरे ये कल क्या था तो ये problem है. Ask the question to your body. When you're silent and you ask, that's when you can listen. And when you can listen, you get all the answers that are required because your body has divine intelligence. So very simply, understand this, that our mind, body, and soul are one team. Today, let's meditate once more. So anything that you want to. So Kamakshi, I will try and entwine your question into a meditation. Very nice, Meenakshi, that you haven't had medicines. I'm so proud of you. 2 months is what we've been in the journey. Wonderful. So if any topic for meditation, write that down. Otherwise, I'll just start. And Shivani, we can just, okay. So we can name the meditation acceptance. All right. Let's all take a deep breath in. Check your postures. Your back straight. Feet firmly placed on the ground below. Eyes softly closed. Beautiful smile on your face. And take a deep breath in and fill our lungs with love. Feel the love entering your body as you're inhaling and feel it permeating in every single cell of your being. And as you exhale, feel your love being spread as you exhale and enter Mother Earth and everywhere around you. Love is the most important universal force, and you are a channel of love because you are inhaling love and exhaling love. Let's inhale light. See the bright light flooding in your body, making everything so clear, what's happening inside me, my shortcomings, my resistance, my doubts, and see them wash away as you exhale. Because when everything is bright and everything's clear, there is no darkness and life is beautiful. This time and the last time for this morning, inhale unison, completion of your mind, of your body, of your soul. I am one together. I am one with everyone around, and feel the vibration as you exhale of how it feels to be one. Life is magical. Life is beautiful. Life is a journey. Let's traverse this beautiful life, this beautiful journey, keeping in mind that we are here to further our soul's purpose, that I am neither the mind nor the body. I am the soul who's reincarnated in this body with my subconscious mind. The subconscious mind having all past programming, having all files registered neatly in it from this life and from the previous lives. So I'm not who I am, I think I am, but I am a totality of all that I've ever been, all that I've gone through. So let me tell myself that I'm here for a purpose to become one, to unify myself in holism to everything around me. That this life of mine has been given to do something extraordinary because I am unique. I realize that each person is unique. Very few of us tap into our being because we are doubtful. Let's erase these doubts by giving ourselves a shake, a complete shake, when we no longer doubt ourselves so much. It's good to have doubt because that's when new questions come up. It's good to have doubts when you can think that I need to have a change. If we were all complacent and happy, we would never doubt. We would always be where we are in a comfort zone. So it's time to break the glass ceiling. The glass ceiling will go off only with our integrity, with our commitment, with our virtue of evolving and going up there and just shaking it off and breaking it. Effort is important. Integrity is important. Commitment is important. Dedication is important. Making outrageous goals important. Breaking them into plans and actions are important. I am important. Whatever I wish happens. Whatever I want happens when I know that I resonate at a higher wavelength, a higher frequency. Nothing can shake me, nothing can break me. But I also know that when I am committed, when I am determined, when I am focused, I have the power to change the world that I live in, and change the world betterment for people around me. Because I am a complete unison. My mind, my body, my spirit, my soul are a healthy team. And today, on this beautiful, soulful Sunday, I tell myself that every time my body speaks to me, I will tune in and I will listen. I will change my frequency, my bandwidth to go within myself, to understand what is happening in this beautiful body of mine. How can I bring about a change? What can I do to innovate, to challenge my comfort zone? And once I've reached there, I will tell myself that come what may, I will be on this path, unshakable, unbreakable. I also tell myself that I'm here for a purpose, and this purpose is simply to understand my evolution, my journey. Can I tune into myself, new virtues, new accepting power? Can I tell myself that I will be committed to my commitment? Can I tell myself that it's okay to err, to falter, to fail, but it's important to get up and go about it? Can I tell myself that I'm no longer acceptable to myself if I am all the time judgmental, analytical, if I'm all the time bothered about what people will say? I have now become a better version of myself because I accept compliments, because I give compliments, because I see the world with newer eyes. But I don't always think about others. This time, I'm a little selfish. It's about my inner growth, it's about my better channel. And I'm here to do everything, every time, every place, because I am here for a purpose, and the purpose is to grow. Let's all take a vow and fold our hands in gratitude and tell ourselves that I am here in the journey to grow. If doubts come, I embrace them. If challenges come, I ask them to come on, bring it on. But I know in the end that I am a winner and I thrive for perfection. Perfection of what I think is good. Sometimes to go with my intuitive power is good. Let me enjoy this glorious union, this understanding. And with this, let me ask for divine guidance from all highest realms. Let all of them guide me in the right path that I take. And so it is. Let's bow our heads in gratitude towards Mother Earth, thanking her for all that she does for us and for apologizing for what we do to her. This time, probably not looking after the environment enough, knowing that we will be with her in her journey. Now let's look at our life level, our eye level, and thank our life the way it's been going on. Whatever has happened for good, whether we realize, whether we don't. Whatever we've gone through has made us into who we are today. Let's thank the guidances for us to intertwine in this morning session, for learning, for growing, for developing ourselves into our better versions. Let's thank our future for being absolutely magnificent, whose seeds of magnificent are sown in now, every single morning. Let them all blossom into the best version. And so it is. Let's open our hands wider in a heart level. Let's affirm, I am love. I am light. I grow bright every single day. I shine bright, bright here, bright now. Wherever I turn, abundance comes. Wherever I go, prosperity follows. I am open and receptive to all the wonderful ideas, innovations, new doors opening. Basically, I'm open and receptive to all the love and abundance from all possible universes. And so it is. Now let's open our hands to the universe above. Dear universe, thank you, thank you, thank you for having our back, for defining us into who we are. Dear life, I trust you. I had doubts, but many a times you cleared my doubts, and there I go trusting you. To all the divine beings, angel guardians, divinities, gurus, masters, coaches, teachers in this realm or the others, thank you for your divine guidance, for sharing your knowledge, and for empowering each one of us. We know we are in safe hands. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whatever we ask, whatever we believe, we receive. And so it is. And let's fold your hands together and a couple of lines internally for gratitude for whoever, whatever, wherever. Rub your hands together, feel the energy flow. Bless your face with the 5 senses. Now take your hands above on your head. Put them together, cross them together over your head. Dearest mind, dearest soul, this is where you stay. Dear soul, you've come with the subconscious mind, with all the memories, programming, conditioning. But dear conscious mind, analytical thinking mind, let's energize ourselves with tapping, with conditioning in a new programming, so that we can have the better version of our life and add the value in this life in our subconscious mind. Because dear beautiful life, I am a gift because you have chosen me as a body. Now bless our neck for making us tall and strong, our shoulders for keeping us leveled, our arms for always doing the right actions, our back for keeping it strong, and for always ensuring that we have our back and others' back, for the hip for rooting us, for the legs for grounding us, for the feet for always energizing us. Bless your front part of the body, go to your calves, your knees, your thighs, your sexual organs, your entire gut area, where the intestines, gallbladder, kidneys, uterus, stomach. Bless your lungs. Keep your hand on your heart. And let's thank all the organs in our body, all the functions, the 100,000 kilometers of blood circulation system, the 200 trillion cells in our body, the muscles, tissues, fibers, all the skin, the bones, the water, the energy. Let's thank each and every component of our body for working on the optimal best. And to this beautiful ki, chi, energy, pran, whatever we call it, let's invoke that between our hands and bless our Sangamitras, their loved ones, and all beings on Mother Earth. Let everyone be blessed, especially on this beautiful Sunday. Love, light, and blessings for you, Ruchi, Vijayji, Meenakshi, Bharat, Ritu, Ushaji, Jitendraji, Shivani, Akshay, Manisha, Manish, Dr. Kamakshi, Neha, Alona, Pinaji, Bhavika, Rahul Sir, Amrita Ma'am, Ankur Rawat, Pratima Ji, Ruchi, Anita, Niriksha, Renu, Supriya, and everyone seeing virtually. Lots of love, lots of light. And yes, Kamakshi, I'd like you to ask a question. Please raise your hand. First, Kamakshi, please. She had a question first. Yes, Kamakshi.
Good morning, Prachi.
Good morning.
I got the answer during meditation. Like I was having doubt, and there were a lot of negative energy coming on on tapping to wealth, whether I'll be able to achieve that goal that is a high level, whether tapping will help. During I need to tap more for should be done first, and then I'll set my goals. Yeah, I'm at the answer.
Good, great. If you got a self answer, nothing like it. But just one thing I'd like to tell you, Dr. Kamakshi, we are getting tools to help ourselves become better. So जब mirror work करते हैं, mirror becomes a tool. Okay? जब हम tapping करते हैं, our tapping energy points become a tool जहाँ हमारी blockages जो फंस जाती हैं, especially 3 आंखों के पास हैं. Remember 3 is a number of creation. हमारा नजरिया क्या है, हम किससे देखते हैं वर्ल्ड को, वो tap away change हो जाता है. It's very important to understand this. ये वाला जो आपका है चक्र है ना, ये आपका क्राउन चक्र भी है. यहाँ आपकी स्पिरिचुअल एनर्जी भी आती है. सो आप इसको, ये हमेशा खुला रहता है, कभी बंद नहीं होता. दिस इज वन चक्र व्हिच इज ऑलवेज ओपन. तो हम इसको भी टैप करते हैं कि यहाँ जो पुरानी कंडीशनिंग आ रही है सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में, जो पुरानी प्रोग्रामिंग आ रही है, उसको हम टैप करके चेंज कर रहे हैं, ओपन रिसेप्टिव कर रहे हैं फॉर न्यू एनर्जी. इसको हम टैप कर रहे हैं तो हम बोल रहे हैं कि जो मेरी पुरानी कंडीशनिंग है, लेट्स चेंज इट. क्योंकि आपका साइनस जब आता है, आपको पता है ना, ये एरिया ब्लॉक हो जाता है. सो दिस इज व्हाई वी आर टैपिंग इट, ओपनिंग दिस एनर्जी. इससे मतलब मेरा जो पर्सपेक्टिव है वाइडर हो जाए. आई एम एबल टू सी द वर्ल्ड मोर क्लियरली. इससे मैं गहराई में देख पाऊं मैं क्या देखना चाह रही हूँ. सो हम इनको जब टैप करते हैं, हम इनको एनर्जाइज करते हैं, हमारा नजरिया, हमारा अग्ना चक्र भी कहीं, अजना चक्र भी कहीं ना कहीं खुलता है, क्योंकि हम इसको एनर्जाइज कर रहे हैं. यहाँ ये क्यों है, मैं क्या सोच रहा हूँ, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ. Let that be beautiful. ये क्या है? What am I conditioning? What am I thinking? It's near a heart. It's near a throat chakra. मैं क्या resonate कर रहा हूँ? It's in between your heart and your throat. So that's why 2 points are there. So we're tapping again static energy. This means मेरी movement life में क्या हो रही है? So these points are important. And this tapping is a very powerful exercise. Very few of us know it because professionals करते हैं, EFT professionals कर रहे हैं. But Margaret Lynch and some beautiful authors like her have brought this science in a simple way for a layman like you and me. So let's not doubt these because they're tried and tested sciences, and up to doctors, it's all about, you know.
When I do tapping, so things I feel better. जब वो positive information होती है. लेकिन उसके like when I start working and by evening, वो फिर से ऐसे लगता है कि ये कैसे possible है, जब वो मतलब वो goal लिखा होता है, if I'm able to visualize that goal, और बीच में आता है कि नहीं, this is possible, I can do it, कि हो जाएगा, मतलब miracles to happen. जैसे मतलब I look at you also कि मतलब इतना ज़्यादा वो अच्छा वाइब्रेशन आता है कि हाँ ठीक है, मतलब इट इज पॉसिबल. फिर डाउट आ जाता है कि होगा. तो मुझे ये लगता है कि शायद आई नीड टू.
अच्छा है, तुमको आ रहा है, तुम एक्सेप्ट कर पा रही हो कि हाँ डाउट आ रहा है, तो वेरी गुड. डाउट आ रहा है, उसको एक्सेप्ट करियो, यही तो हमको निकालने हैं। जो मन में आ रहे हैं विचार, डाउट आ रहे हैं, इसको तो लिखना है। डाउट क्यों आ रहा है? आस्क योरसेल्फ, डाउट आ रहा है, गुड, क्यों आ रहा है? ऐसा क्या है जो मैं नहीं कर सकती? वही तुमको लिखना है, वही तो हमें उस पर वर्क करना है एंड डाउट को ब्रेक करना है। वर्स्ट से वर्स्ट क्या हो जाएगा? अब हमें क्या हो रहा है, ऑल द साइंसेस वी लर्नड ना, उन सबको इंटरट्वाइन करना है। स्टीवन स्कॉट ने क्या कहा था, वर्स्ट क्या हो जाएगा, इमेजिन द वर्स्ट और कर लो, देखते हैं क्या होगा।
I went back to that Steven Stock's book and उसमें लिखा था ना कि excellence comes only through passion. तो वो मैंने अब लाइन मार्क करके ना I've intertwined it with the tapping.
Yes.
I work
हमें टूल्स मिल रहे हैं, हमें किसको किसे इंटरट्वाइन करना है। एंड देखिए, जिन लोगों ने स्टीवन स्कॉट नहीं भी किया है, फॉर एग्जांपल, डजंट मैटर, टैपिंग जितनी कर रहे हो उतना भी आगे फायदा होगा। जर्नी इज अबाउट ग्रोइंग, whatever point we're starting, it doesn't matter. So to those of you friends who are saying कि हमने ये बुक मिस कर दी है, अब इसके सेशंस भेज दो, कई लोग के मेरे पास सेशन फोन आया कि आप इनको 1-to-1 सेशन लेके समझा दो, it's not so important. Start from the day that you've started. Backup create करना is not very tough, but आज से अगर हम शुरू करें where we are, it's good to follow. Let's just do it ना, करके देखते हैं. Yeah, so let's do it. And thank you for sharing that you had doubts, Kamakshi. Thank you for that. Yes, Manish, my dear, tell me.
Ma'am, I'm 4 months old in Magic Book, 2 months old in this powerful session. Yesterday, after the session, I was having a talk with my wife regarding some old event. I told her that you did not support me in this event. तो उसने बोला कि नहीं, ये आपके काबिलियत की वजह से नहीं पूरा हुआ। तो ये बात थोड़ी मुझे लग गई और फिर बातें हुई, मतलब लेकिन पूरे दिन भर आई वॉज बिलो द लाइन। तो if I would have been old Manish, I would have fought with her on this aspect. But we had a long chat, but we did not fight. So this was a positive aspect. But the whole day I kept on thinking that I am into this great gift of God, which I have to accomplish. Then I am so passionate about my dreams. But a simple reaction from my life partner put me below the line.
Reaction था कि response था?
Response.
एक तो बात.
And it was true. If I think that what she said is absolutely true.
How wonderful.
But still, the whole day I was below the line, not because of any ego issue, but because of the fact that I'm into this so much of positivity that I should not have felt that. I should have, just accepted it.
बहुत high standards हैं बाबा अपने लिए. इंसान हो, इंसान रहोगे वैसे ही रहो, भगवान जी नहीं हो कि मुझे तो ये विचार आना ही नहीं चाहिए था, कोई मुझे कुछ भी बोल दे मुझे एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए। क्यों भाई? एक ईगो थोड़ी बहुत तो होती है, सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट तो होती है। कोई कुछ बोलेगा तो लगेगा तो सही ना कि अरे मैं ये नहीं कर सकता, लगना चाहिए। क्यों नहीं लगना चाहिए? वही तो हमको आगे बेहतर बनाएगा। अगर सब कुछ बढ़िया चलते जा रहा है तो हम तो रिडंडेंट हो जाएंगे। बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है रियलिटी चेक मनीष, चाहे वाइफ बोले चाहे कोई भी बोले। मैं तो बोलती हूँ, हमेशा हमने सुना क्रिटिसिज्म में ही आपको अपने जूल्स निकलते हैं। जो लोग क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, कई लोग की नेचर होती है, कई लोग आपके बेटरमेंट के लिए बोलते हैं एंड हमको लगता है हमारे पेरेंट्स क्रिटिसाइज करते जाते वही तो करेंगे। पड़ोसी के अंकल आकर बोलेंगे तुम रॉन्ग चल रहे हो। स्टार्ट काउंटिंग योर ब्लेसिंग्स की क्या सीख है उसमें। तुम्हारी वाइफ ने जो बोला तुम्हें पता चल गया कि सच है, यू एक्सेप्टेड दैट, फैबुलस। नाउ टेल योरसेल्फ कि ओके ये पहले था ना, हाउ कैन व्हाट डू आई डू टू चेंज इट। मैं अपने आप पे क्या वर्क करूं कि दोबारा ये सिचुएशन नहीं आए। एंड अपने आप से इतना एक्सपेक्टेशन मत करो मनीष, कभी मत करो। उससे क्या होगा, हम अनईजी हो जाएंगे और अनईजी हो जाएंगे तो वही डिसईज आ जाएगा। हमको बीमारियां थोड़ी ना पालनी है, हमको तो अपने आप को डिटॉक्स करना है. जो भी कुछ आए सर माथे पे, flow like water, but take the good things along with you. Become rich in nutrients, minerals, whatever is required. So अपने आप से बहुत एक्सपेक्ट करोगे तो हम कहीं कुएं में गिरेंगे, क्योंकि हम इंसान हैं. इट्स ह्यूमन टू इट्स टू erring is second name of a human. अब बच्चे को हम बोलते हैं बेटा वहां पत्थर गिरा लगा है, ध्यान से चलना. उसको अगर गिरना होगा तो गिरेगा ही ना, वहीं से सीखेगा कि अरे अब देख के चलना है मुझे. लॉट ऑफ अस आर इन दिस जर्नी, हमें ट्राई एंड टेस्ट करना होता है ऑब्स्टिकल्स को. और कई लोग हम लोग इस जर्नी में आते हैं जो हम पहले की एडवाइस से सतर्क हो जाते हैं. दोनों ठीक है, दोनों नजरिए हैं, पैराडाइम्स हैं, पर्सपेक्टिव्स हैं. लेट्स फ्लो विद बोथ ऑफ देम, इट्स ओके. Yeah.
Okay,
Don't
thank you.
expect too much. And I'm glad that you found her advice good. I'm glad you realize that it's truth. But I also want you to think deeper. Okay, now what? Now what do I do? And tell your wife, thank you for the correction yesterday. मुझे एक नया दिखने को मिला अपना पहलू, and I think I'm going to work on myself. तो उसको भी हिम्मत आएगी आपसे फ्रेंडशिप करने की, बोलने की. आधी बार इंडियन कपल्स आपस में शेयर ही नहीं कर पाते बिकॉज जज में हम लगता है कि हम जज करें दूसरे को. फ्रेंडशिप ही नहीं होती. कपल बनते हैं बट वो फ्रेंडशिप कहाँ है? रिलेशनशिप में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट होती है फ्रेंडशिप. So that's important. Tell her that you appreciate what she told you and that you found something new, so she'll be more comfortable in telling you your shortcomings later. So, and I will request you to not dip below the line, but if you did, it's okay. It's absolutely okay. It's good to feel अरे this is not right. मैंने कई बार लगता है कि मैंने इतना किया उसके बाद ये सुनने को मिल रहा है. So what? It's okay. Picture perfect थोड़ा ना होना है हमको. Yeah. So thank you everyone, and those of you who are going to be there, I'll see you for Unified, and I really hope that in Unified आप लोग रोज कर रहे हो वो 15 मिनट का. So today we'll see each other at 7 for those of you interested. And as I said, it's open for anyone and everyone, but people who are determined and focused, not just, but jisko bhi aana hai, let them come. Yeah. Lots of love, lots of light. Take care. Thank you, Rahul sir, for the Sunday session. Thank you, Amrita, for sharing our assignments. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for making my morning magical. God bless you all. Hi, how are you? I'll see you soon in half an hour. Yes. All right, Sanya. Bye.